Hey, you guys, I want to go ahead and share a vision I had recently about Michael Jackson. I know that there's a lot of brothers and sisters in Christ that said that they saw Michael Jackson in hell. I didn't see him in hell in particular, but I do want to share something I saw recently. I had a dream about Michael Jackson, and he was in a bed, and I was laying next to him in this bed. He was dressed in his stage clothes, the sequins and the socks and, the shoes, the shiny shoes, all of that stuff. So when I saw him and I was laying next to him, I could hear his thoughts, the things he was thinking about me and things like that. It didn't seem like it was specific to me, but just something that he dealt with or thought about personally. I could hear him thinking or feeling that he just wanted to be loved. And he wanted companionship. He wanted a woman or somebody to love him, like a relationship or something. And I could feel his yearning and somewhat of a desperation to have that in his life. So he wanted like somebody to love him for him. So in this vision or dream I had of him, I was laying with him in the bed, and his face was like a mask. It was scary. He looked like Michael Jackson from the Thriller videos, like the zombie. His cheeks were sunken in, and he looked hideous. He looked very scary. If I could just look it up for you, it might help. Let me see if you can find it real fast. Something like this, but more like this. This is what he kind of looked like, except that his face looked burnt, and it looked like the skin was peeling off of it. So what I saw was he looked over at me, and I could hear him again, his thoughts. He just wants to be loved, accepted, and have a relationship with a woman. And when I looked over at him, his face was like peeling. The skin was like, it looked gross. It looked like open sores and things like that on his face, and his cheeks were sunken in. I accidentally turned to him and touched his face by mistake, and then the skin came off on my hand. So yes, his flesh, his skin came off right on my hand, and I remember being kind of grossed out. But yeah, this is the only really vision or dream I've ever had about Michael Jackson. I don't get much about him from the Lord, but I have heard a lot of people say that they saw him in the pit, in the hell. I hope he's not there. I don't wish that on anyone, but he looked as if he was being tormented by his physical, like his face. His countenance was a personal torment. And that shows. I mean, look at all the things he did to himself. Michael Jackson said that he had vitiligo, and, people are saying things like he really did have this disease. But what about the other stuff that he did to himself? What's the excuse for that? The surgeries on the nose, the changing of the hair texture, the wearing of the wigs. I feel like he had a lot of demons, a lot of pain from his past, where his father used to make fun of his nose and tell him that he looks like, look ugly, or, it must have been a huge torment for him, because he had so many surgeries, and it's almost like he was just never satisfied. He could just never be at peace. But yeah, that's what I saw. And I was in the bed with him. I could hear his thoughts, what he was thinking. He wanted to feel love and feel acceptance, true love and acceptance. But it's like when he was on the earth, he never really felt that. He never felt that there was somebody in his life in a romantic way that would truly love him or accept him. And he was almost somewhat desperate for this, yearning for it. Almost like something that could not be quenched. Because it just never happened for him. I don't know him personally or if that's something true, but this is what I saw in the dream. I will be sharing some, a new videos maybe tomorrow or the next day, but I'm working on something as well to kind of refresh our spiritual walk with the Lord. But yeah, this is what I saw here for Mr. Jackson. Sorry, y'all. I'm still getting used to this device here. But that's all I had to say, y'all. I hope everyone is blessed. Appreciate it so